well because they're down on Surge. It's one of the most awkward rotations you could possibly make. Elevating himself there in the freezy just to have an extra bit of vision, which was very effective. But still, you can see how much they're struggling just to make their way on in, just to stay above the Sturgeon, just to have any sort of reasonable HP. If somebody starts looking at them, it's going to be wrapped, and that's what happens. The freezy taken out. Will Lusha be able to get the revive off?
48 players now up. Storm Surge no longer active. Lusha forced to leave his duo partner behind and getting shot in the back there, eliminated as the duos continue rotating. Fifth zone here shortly coming to a close as Rhubarb and Wox are getting so close to the zone, but without shields. Rhubarb goes down. Wox as well now without shield is forced to pop a mini and play it alone.
Wox not looking good. Another situation. I feel like I'm a broken record. Another game where he has to play as a solo. Fredoxy and QB also just not looking strong. I feel like every team in the top 5 has just had such a rocky game. Nobody really able to put themselves in a strong position, a dominant one. Everybody in just such scuffed situations. But what can they do? Can they rise from the ashes? Can they be the difference makers? QB certainly will expect to reach that threshold. For Wox though, another attempt at a solo clutch.
Oh
know
no.
how much power he holds, especially with that shotgun in hand. And Surge not being an issue whatsoever. It's all a matter though of that right opportunity being presented. You can see he's creeping around through some old builds. He knows he needs to recycle some materials as he alone won't be able to stay in the game with his, but he's run his way into the wrong box. It isn't going to be the solo clutch for him. It will just be watching from the lobby. For QB though, he has a shot, but with such low HP.
Low HP, but a high amount of damage. 353 above the Storm Surge threshold. Has the grapple glove, has that option to use that mobility item, and he does it perfectly. Gets ahead of zone, but it's dangerous. Uses a reinforced wall, blocking off his opponent's shots, but now is forced to pop shields as Paco and Krusty on the high ground, looking to hold it like the previous opponents have in earlier matches. But now shots come in from above. 7th zone begins with the second moving.
This is where they want to be. They're dominating right now, taking shots at everybody below them. And there is so much chaos to take advantage of. You're seeing Fire Hunter crushed out of the lobby. Frey, Flixie, feel like we haven't seen much of them since the beginning. But now is the perfect time for them to hop on the scene. A knife elimination found onto Donkey. The armored wall to protect themselves and get the loot. This team is looking fresh.
QB now looking fresh, but as a solo continuing to rotate through. He is the borderline, that threshold to qualify in the 5th place spot now. Ran out of shields, ran out of heals, has to make something happen as Resin has to do the same here. Just popped his last mini, only 2 more shots on his grapple glove, looking to see what opportunities he has. 28 builds to work with, but he's going to look for a refresh, for an impact. As he takes the shots, connects them, gets the elimination, but now has to pick up the materials and look for more options.
Krusty and Paco still holding on to height. The height hold is not looking as strong. They are being contested from the front side. They are being chopped, and so they need to stay cool. It's Frey who's trying to take it from them. Flixie is lagging behind, and he really needs to start supporting Frey as he takes some damage. But will they look to chop it again? They've already tried once, and maybe that will be the strategy. Or maybe they will look to just give it up because they've lost so much in terms of HP, in terms of materials, and Krusty and Paco just held on strong.
Paco dropping down as QB does the same, but he gets eliminated. Sandguild now with 3 eliminations, still has Loki as his duo up. They have shields, they have materials, but Frey and Flixie now all the way from high ground to the low ground. 0 materials to work with. Frey goes down, Flixie forced to play it out individually. Does have the mini shields, but does not have the materials. It's Belusi now. Another solo. It's looking like solo FNCS as Belusi has Nox close by. It's his duo partner. Gets finished. Gets the tag. It's not enough for the knock, though.